looking forward, how do you feel?
Yeah, definitely. It will be good game, I think so, because they are a good side, and we are very excited about the ODI series, and we are good side, and I think we have a good combination, batting and bowling. So if we play well, definitely we win the series.
Good luck.
Thank you.
He seems to be brimming with confidence. A lot to look forward to.
Very important player in the team. He's the all-rounder, bat probably at number 7 and bowls his 10 overs. I think this is a huge series for Majors and Miraz as an all-rounder.
Well, a person who is going to be an important player for the Sri Lankan team is, of course, the mystery bowler Mahesh Theekshana. Russell Holland busy again, caught up with him a short while earlier.
One of Sri Lanka's stars are here with me. It's Mahesh Theekshana. How's the tour been so far? Series winning the T20s as well.
It's actually really good. The wickets, I thought personally be a little bit turn wickets, but in here in Sylhet there's a dew factor also there, and the wickets are really good for the batters. So I'm actually learning a lot from this series.
You started at T20. That seems to be your favoured format. Is that fair to say?
No, I really like the red ball as well. I really love to play it, but I didn't had a good better chance to play in first classes in Sri Lanka in domestics as well, because I'm playing a lot of leagues and I'm focusing on the white ball. So I really like to play red ball as well, but I think it's not the right time for me, and I played 2 test matches, but I think still I have to learn more on that surface.
Coming to the ODIs, the pitches are looking green as well. So how much more of a challenge is it, and what do you need to do different from the T20s?
I think the learn thing from the T20s, I think we have to bowl a lot of with discipline on the wickets that we played in T20s. I think in Chattogram, in these wickets also the wickets are really flat. It seems to be flat, but I think the best thing that we should do is not attacking all the time. We just have to be smart on these wickets. I think in the 10 overs, if we went for 2 wickets with 50 runs, I think it's really great in these wickets.
Always enjoy watching you bowl. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to see the attitude of Mahesh Theekshana. He's prepared to play all formats of the game.
Absolutely. He made the test debut against Australia, but really couldn't make a mark. But I feel he still has a big future in red ball cricket as well.
Well,
quick, and it's about a 62-meter hit and a 64-meter hit on the other side. So they're not big boundaries, so runs on offer. You just have to ride the bounce and play yourself into it. But remember, for me, it's a bat-first pitch.
well, what are your thoughts on that, Maha?
I think on the viewers' part, just to make it sure that Russell Arnold said it's going to be much quicker than Sylhet. Sylhet had more grass, more thicker. It's much more lesser in Chattogram. What happens is when you have too much grass, it's going to be sponge bounce. It's not to be quick as you expect. But when it's slightly shorter, when it comes to the depth of the grass, that's going to be skidding on and the bounce will be much higher. That's exactly what Russell mentioned. I think it's going to be a batting pitch. I've covered games at Chattogram. I've seen this much of grass. This is going to be a belter of a pitch.
Right, we'll soon find out who is going to bat first and who is going to bowl first, because the toss is coming on, and short while earlier Adar Ali Khan was down there with the 2 captains and the match referee.
We're all set and ready for the toss for the first one-day international. It's a 3-match series. Starting from my left, Nazmul Shanto, the skipper from Bangladesh, Kusal Mendes, Sri Lankan skipper, and Andy Prykov. The match referee, any particular reason?
Look like a very good wicket. I think we are good throw in the board. I think a little bit pressure to second bat.
Really good start in the T20 International Series. Yourself having been also in good touch, leading run scorer in that series which just recently concluded. Batting first, the kind of total that you have in your mind?
I think 280 plus. I think very good score in this pitch. Hopefully, I think openers and middle order bat really well in the first 20 overs. I think we can manage the 300 or 280 runs.
And the kind of combination that you're going at for the first one-day international?
We played genuine 5 bowlers. I think we got is good. That's the reason we have played the 5 bowlers.
All right, all the very best.
Thank you.
Shanto, having a look at the surface, you're happy to chase?
Yeah, happy to chase. Looks good wicket. Sometimes dew came in the night, so happy to chase.
This is Bangladesh's best format if you look at the performances in the past from the Tigers. You had won against New Zealand, the last one international that you played overseas. Remember, you also won against Sri Lanka in the World Cup match, so something to look forward to.
Yeah, obviously, I think we played some good cricket, especially in New Zealand. And last match against them also we have had good memories. So looking forward to it. Today is a new day, new match. So I hope we will play some good cricket.
And your team news?
We play with 2 spinners and 3 seamers, along with 6 batsmen.
Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you.
Right, the news from the middle is that Sri Lanka has won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Which is not a surprise, Maha. What are your impressions on that?
I think there's no surprise at all. Under the conditions, I think the best is to bat first and put the runs on the board and try and defend it. It's going to be the same pitch. It's not going to change much, but just that scoreboard pressure can be the major difference between the both teams.
All right, thanks for your thoughts, Maha. Now we're all set for the action to begin. Let's go and join our first set of commentators.
Right, this is a format that Bangladesh feels that they can go and play some really good cricket. In the huddle, they'll be bowling first. Remember, Kusal Mendes won the toss and decided to bat first. And a right decision, because this venue has been at times superb for batting. It is also important for them to realize that how to utilize the white new ball. They have had success in the past for Bangladesh. And they'll be up against a quality side, a side which have gone on to win that series, the T20 International Series, 2-1. Sri Lankan will be oozing with confidence. As I say hello to Russell Arnold.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sri Lanka, a few changes from the T20 internationals. The top order pretty much the same. Pathum Nissanka, he comes in to open the batting in tremendous form. Janit Lianage in the middle order. And with the fast bowlers, the extra pace of Lahiru Kumara and Pramod Madhushan added on to Dilshan Madhushankar.
Right, this is what Bangladesh have picked up. Nazrul Shantul. Yes, watch out for Sumo Sharkar. Remember, he smashed 169 in that game against New Zealand in New Zealand. You know, Tawhid Hridoy has been excellent, but also Mushfiq Rahim, outstanding with the bat. Mahmudullah comes back in the side. They've gone in with 5 frontline bowlers, 3 seamers and 2 spinners. Yeah, well, you mentioned Pathum Nissanka, who recently picked up a double 100. That's his highest score. 210, an unbeaten 210. The first one from Sri Lanka to do so.
What a tremendous knock that was. And I was about to suggest that the way you attack has to change because it's not moving around a lot. So you've got to use that short ball. Shariful does. You can see how uncomfortable Avishka Fernand was. He's lucky to get a boundary off that. But you've got to use that option smartly. Just try to break the footwork of the batter. Not allow him to get onto that front foot. If not, you're going to be a sitting duck. He'll line you up, the batsman.
Again onto the pads. Only a single. 7 in that over. After 3, Sri Lanka 21 without loss.
সবুজের দেশে নতুন রঙের বেশে ঘরে বাহিরে সাজানো বলকে রেইনবো 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 পেইন্টস রে সাশ্রয়ী দামে দেয়াল রাঙায় রেইনবো সবার রং সবার ঘরে ঘর রেইনবো
Rainbow Paints, the color of joy. এক দেশ, এক পরিচয়, একটাই বিশ্বাস। জানি বাংলাদেশ পারবে তুমিও। আবারও বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট টিমের গর্বিত স্পন্সর রবি।
One without loss, yes. The Bay. Lovely freeways and highways been constructed. Bowled.
It's a great drive in. You land and then past the port. A long stretch of beach and the The highway gets us in very quickly, but it's hard to find a gap. It's a lot harder to hit a boundary around that area than here at the moment, because outfield, rock hard and it's flying. A very busy port indeed, Chattogram. Probably the busiest in this Bay of Bengal.
Busiest in the country. He's trying to reach for that one. The partnership between these two, Russell, have they been opening? Were they the openers in that series that we're talking about against Afghanistan?
Yes, I just mentioned a little while ago that even Pathum Nissanka getting a 200 and 100. Avishka got 88 and 92. There were big opening partnerships between the two. Avishka Fernando had not been in the team prior to that. Fought his way back with lots of runs in first-class cricket. And it was really pleasing to see him amongst the runs. A quality player, but he needs to get through that early phase. The left-armers have got the better of him, especially in the T20 games. But today, if you noticed, in the T20 games, he was taking strike. Kusal Mendis just did not want the strike. And Fernando would get himself out. But here, Pathum Nissanka is taking the strike, and he gets a little bit of a breather to get his bearings right in the middle. Once he gets going, he's a powerful player.
Yeah, he looks solid, Avishka Fernando. And you need someone like him to bat with Pathum Nissanka. We know that Pathum Nissanka would want to play a few shots early on. And the kind of form that he's shown in that particular series, why not? It's about reading the conditions as quickly as possible. Avishka Fernando, remember, played the Bangladesh Premier League in one of the matches. He did manage to score 90 odd. So he would know a thing or two in terms of conditions in Bangladesh. Oh, beautifully bowled. Lovely delivery.
The shorter deliveries, and then he goes fuller. A little late in getting onto that front foot. Avishka Fernando. And as a fast bowler, that's what you need to do. If you keep bowling it fuller, he'll be leaning into it all the time. This is the ball that will get you the wicket, but it's got to be a surprise delivery.
Very close to the outside part of the bat. He's gone past the bat now on a couple of occasions. You need a little bit of luck as the bowler. Turning out to be an excellent over. Oh, he goes past the bat one more time. Lovely over. It's a maiden from Taskin Ahmed. 21 without loss.
এভাবেই আপন হয়ে উঠুক সবাই ইসপির আপন করা স্বাদে ইসপি আপন করা স্বাদ
মা এভাবে তো প্রতিদিন কথা হবে
কানেক্টেড থাকুন বাঙালির ফাস্টেস্ট 4G-তে 99 টাকায় 2 GB
এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন মেরিল মিল্ক বার যা আপনাকে দেবে ফ্রেশ এন্ড ইয়াঙ্গার লুকিং স্কিন
A strong batting lineup. Kusal Mendis, the skipper, expected to come at number 3. Sadira Samara Vikrama has been in good touch. The Anandage. Asaranga, Tikshana. He's looking to attack, and once again he picks a boundary.
Yeah, he was looking to throw his bat at it anyways. The shape into him works in his favor, but there's a little bit of intent from Pathum Nissanka. No change in the field. Slip remains. There's a fielder about 15 yards from the bat on the offside, square on the offside. That's what he's trying to do. The square of the wicket, it's heavily populated, like around the port area. Pathum Nissanka does have the habit of throwing the bat at it when it's slightly wide. throughout 2023. Used to get himself out quite a bit. That's where they did bowl to him in the game in October. Correction, in November at the World Cup. Wider, and he does tend to hit it upishly. That's why that fielder square of the wicket.
I think as a bowler, it's important to realize what are the strengths and the weaknesses, and you need to sort that out as quickly as possible. 147 clicks. It's a pretty quick straight away. Shumo Shoka has gone from the slip squadron, and I have a quick word with the skipper.
Friendly word to the bowler. He's been having a look at him running on the pitch from Richard Kettleborough.
Just wonder what Sumo Shoka had to say to the skipper, Nazmul Hasan Shanto. Sumo Shoka is positioned in the slips. Deliveries, and you're not being able to rotate strike. So he finally decides that if I have any chance whatsoever, I'm going to take on the bowler. And this time around, he puts that delivery to the boundary.
Because he had faced 9 dots, made no from Taskin Ahmed to Fernando prior. Couple went past that outside edge. The moment he got the width, he was throwing his hands at it.
It's a surface that the batters are not keen to play big shots if the ball is on stumps. But the moment they have an opportunity to free their arms, here you go one more time. The moment they get an opportunity to free their arms, they really latch onto it. They've been aggressive, not only Avishka Fernando, but also Patan Nisanka, who's picked up 3 boundaries apiece. Good batting, really good batting. This is the kind of start they would have hoped for. Kusal Mendes winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Turning out to be a good one. The slip goes a little bit wider. You have to bowl straighter and on stumps, otherwise trouble. Down the leg side will be called a wide, and it is.
The swing has disappeared very quickly. This is only the 3rd over with this ball. From this end, we got another new ball from the other. That's what happens with the white ball. It's hard to keep that shine on. While that shine is on, you've got to try and get it to swing and maybe price out a wicket or two.
Shot. Beautifully played.
23 নাবিককে নিরাপদে ফেরানোর চেষ্টায়
লেভেলে বন্ধুদের অসম নেটওয়ার্কে।
Boundary in time for Parvez Maroof to come into combox.
Hello, Shamin Bhai. Tanzim starts with the boundary down the leg side. So Nissanka, this form he's been in, he's not going to miss out. He had to get a little bit of bat. Perfectly did, very fine, and the fine leg fielder was very square. It's been a good start for Sri Lanka. Avishka Fernando Patum Nissanka continuing their good form.
Oh, that That's a Jaffa of a delivery. Coming back very, very well. Saqib beat him all ends up.
And what a comeback. Just enough movement off the seam. And Pato Nisanga playing inside the line. Impressively the bounce as well by Tanzim.
More of a skiddy bowler. Not the tallest of the pace bowlers on view. All sort of skids on, doesn't bounce too much. So you have to be that careful negotiating him as a batter. But these two opening batters have really done wonderfully well. That's the train that brings all those oil tankers into the port. Rustic surrounds here at the Zahur Chowdhury Stadium, not too far away, the Bay of Bengal, from where a little bit of a pleasant breeze is blowing in. Another one that deserved the wicket.
I thought Nisanga did, Avishka Fernando did well not to get edge. This was just a perfect delivery. Again, the length, the line, perfect. We spoke about always hitting the top of the yaw stump. This occasion, too much bounce. If not, it would have clipped the yaw stump. This is a good start, apart from the first delivery by the fast bowler.
Yeah, corrected himself very well, youngster Tanzim. He's just shuffling across enough to go into the line, because a couple of occasions missed the edge of the bat. So covering that little bit of movement quite well.
Also, speaking a word about Avishka Fernando, horrid T20 series. In fact, the last 12 games of T20 cricket for Sri Lanka, the average about 4 runs per innings, and all of a sudden comes to the one-day games playing so well. Probably it's just a mental thing more than technical.
To finish over number 8, Sri Lanka 61 without loss.
এক দেশ, এক পরিচয়, একটাই বিশ্বাস, জানি বাংলাদেশ পারবে। তুমিও আবারও বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট টিমের গর্বিত স্পন্সর রবি।
A solid start, but look at the batting to come. Kusal Mendes, Samarakrama, Srilanka, a lot of batters who can really batten down. That's the last boundary of the previous over.
What a shot. Oh, on the up, great mileage. Vardhana would be happy about that stroke. Photographer's delight. Holding the pose, nice high elbow. Off you go, says Avishka Fernando.
There's a lot to the bowler who had him in a spot of bother early on. This is Tajul Islam. Let's see if he can get some spin off the track.
Tajul Islam is a proven customer, isn't he? Very, very experienced. He just has to bring some calmness to the middle. At the moment, it's been so many boundaries being leaked by Bangladesh bowlers. What a shot. This will be the second match.
Something to worry about in Tajul's mind. And come back. Does come back well. Just nips the ball through.
Pato Nisanga was injured in the last game against Afghanistan in the T20 series. Had a hamstring strain. Did not play the T20 series over here in Bangladesh. You wonder why. You wonder what he did during his rehabilitation. The way he's been batting from the first ball, he's been timing the ball really well. middle of the bat, and he's been in super form. Just goes to show, you hit a purple patch, it will remain in you for a very, very long time.
Despite the little pause that you're talking about, not often we see that a lot of players coming back from injuries struggle. No evidence of that for him, at least. Bangladesh bowlers under the cosh. None of the bowlers have been allowed to settle down. Every time they bowl a couple of good deliveries, Sri Lankan batters have gone after them. And that's paying good respects. A 6 in that over. After 9, it's 68 without loss.
দাদি বলেছে ইফতারের আগে ভালো কিছু পড়তে, আর আমিও চাই ইফতারে থাকুক ভালো কিছু, যেমন টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস। তাই এই রমজানে ইফতারে থাকুক পরিবারের সবার জন্য ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
Boosts up your averages, but he's looking so comfortable here today. Had to hurry down on that one from Tanzim.
Newly married Pathum Nissanka a few months ago. The responsibility in his general life, and a purple patch in 2024.
The averages have been pretty good from 2022, as we saw in those figures. Rivulet leading up to the bay. Good bowling. This is the accuracy that you need to be a consistent factor when you're bowling, because the batters will just pounce on anything that's loose on either side of the wicket. It's also working out the length that you're bowling at.
The lengths have been really impressive. Very consistent when it comes to the lengths. Apart from the line of the first delivery, the lengths have been perfect. Nice seam position, just ideal pace in this pitch. Couple of good strokes, but I think as a fast bowler, only you could hope is to hit in the right length. Thick inside edge, brings a couple of runs for Pathum Nissanka. And Tanzim, what's impressive part about him as well, the seam position, just like Shariful Islam, just accurate and straight. I saw this boy first in 2020 during the Under-19 World Cup up in South Africa. He bowled quick, but the lines and the lengths were quite wavered. Come within 3 years, he's been really impressive. The seam position is really good. He's running in hard. The pace has picked up as well. Lots of positives when it comes to the fast bowling battery in Bangladesh.
The only problem he's had a couple of occasions, drifting down the leg side, just erring in line ever so slightly. There's hardly any swing that just went after the first 1 or 2 overs. Since then, the bowlers have been forced into just bowling a very, very tight line.
As expected, Shamim Bhai, in my opinion, in this weather, it's hot, it's humid, the new ball won't last for long. Once the ball loses the hardness and the shine, it's going to be gun barrel straight. And this is where the length's got to be really, really good. Both too full, too short, you will pay the price. Of 33, Sri Lanka 71 for 1.
Enjoy the best. It's the noodles. Amazing taste. It's the noodles. Enjoy the best. It's the noodles. It's the noodles. It's the noodles.
বিকাশে কম খরচে ক্যাশ আউটের লিমিট বেড়ে 50,000। প্রিয় এজেন্টও 2টা সেট করা যাবে সুবিধা মতো।
New batter in. Salmandis now. He's in the middle because of this.
Very big spike. Trying to play on the up. Tanzim Hassan being rewarded for persistent good line and length bowling. Easy catch for the veteran Mushfiqur Rahim.
Yeah, I think the previous deliveries just put a little bit of pressure on Avishka. He fell for that wide-ish delivery. Kusal Mendes, 125th innings for him. 300s. What a tremendous over. Wicket taking over. Power play done and dusted. Sri Lanka 71 for 1.
এক দেশ, এক পরিচয়, একটাই বিশ্বাস। জানি বাংলাদেশ পারবে, তুমিও। আবারও বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট টিমের গর্বিত স্পন্সর রবি।
আর নয় কাপড়, তুলা কিংবা সুগন্ধিযুক্ত স্যানিটারি ন্যাপকিন। আর নয় ইনফেকশনের ভয়। আজ থেকেই অ্যান্টি ইনফেকশন স্যানিটারি ন্যাপকিন সেনোরা।
By losing Avishka Fernandes' wicket, Sri Lanka in a very comfortable position. 71 for 1 after 10. It's going to be a signal for the next power play. Chattogram signaling that, and of course there will be more protection outside the 30-yard circle. A lot of hand waving by Mushfiqur Rahim. Tajul now will be a little more comfortable in trying to give the ball some more air now that one wicket has fallen.
Also have the cushion of having two more fielders patrolling the boundary. Well, Mendes generally against left-arm spinners quite good. He'll take a little time. It's important that as his captain, he's been in super form as well during the T20 series. Give himself a chance by giving a little time in the middle. A little different to the pitch what we had in Silat.
They have that advantage, Parvez, that they're so strongly placed. They can just take a few deliveries to suss out the nature of the wicket. No need to take any kind of risk at all. And Bangladesh will be saying one gets two. Let's get another wicket as quickly as possible. Back of the length.
The reason why I said that, Shamim Bhai, is to have, when you have a mid-on in the circle, not at the boundary at long on, only three fielders outside the circle, most of the time Kusal Mendes does take that chance. And this is a mind game being played by Shanto. Good captaincy against his opposition, Kusal Mendes. So this is the little things that you need to be careful of, not to get tempted as we speak. After three deliveries, mid-on drops back.
Had to happen. You had to have those four. So that he was not being tempted, he was content to play a dead bat to the ball, and that is a sensible way of going about it. So they've done their homework, and that is so crucial. The work done before you get on to the middle. Nice tight over from Tajul. It's 72 for 1.
সবুজের দেশে নতুন রঙের বেশে ঘরে বাহিরে সাজানো বলকে রেইনবো 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 পেইন্টস রে সাশ্রয়ী দামে দেয়াল রাঙায় রেইনবো সবার রং সবার ঘরে
Rainbow Paints, the color of joy.
সাজানো বলকে রেইনবো 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 পেইন্টস রে সাশ্রয়ী দামে
Rainbow Paints, the color of joy. এই ঈদে নতুন জুতা স্টাইলড বাই বাটা।
11 overs done, 72 for 1. There have been a couple of sixes and 10 boundaries. That's propelled Sri Lanka early on in this.
এভাবেই আপন হয়ে উঠুক সবাই ইসপির আপন করা স্বাদে। ইসপি আপন করা স্বাদ।
Let's one Xmas, pump it up. Let's one Xmas, play your drum. Let's one Xmas, guess it right. We are gonna win tonight.
প্রিয় এজেন্টও দুইটা সেট করা যাবে সুবিধা মতো।
Sadira Samarukrama is the new batter in, joining Kusal Mendes. And incredible catch, incredible turn of events. Toe end of the bat, trying to pull, surprise show more, but he was ready for it.
Sort of a dismissal.
It's incredible. I mean, if you make an effort to do that, you won't be able to do it. And to pull a ball and get a toe in. It's wide of slip, more like a gully position. Strategically placed. But this is extraordinary comeback by Tanzim. Must say that. Must give him the credit.
Absolutely. It's been very impressive. Running in, getting enough movement off the pitch, hitting the lengths. The perfect length area in the Hawkeye. In the last over, we saw that. Any air, trying to bowl much dot deliveries as possible. This is where the experience counts.
Absolutely. And he'll know as the ball or the two balls on either end get a little wear and tear, there will be more purchase and more help for him. There's your man. We're talking about Chandika. Has the knowledge of the Sri Lankan unit.
I was quietly surprised that Rishad Hossain, the leg spinner, bowled really well in the T20 series, batted well as well. Why can't he get a place in this team? Simply because the experience of Taijul Islam is far better. As Mehdi Hassan Miraj is a proven customer. He's been in the system for a long time, a senior player nowadays. Oh, just evading the bowler. Sadira Samara Vikrama going for that expansive drive over extra cover, almost hitting back to the bowler.
Yeah, didn't time that at all. Just over his head. Must have had his heart in his mouth for a while as he goes for this expansive hit. Just over. Sparing effort from Taijul. See the pressure building. They're making the batters just feel a little uncomfortable and make them, force them into shots of indiscretion. Once again, in the 13th over, going at 6, I don't think the two Sri Lankan batters should take any.
Off with the mark. The fantastic shot.
That wasn't a bad delivery at all. Just a whip of the wrist. So powerful. Subcontinental players known for being strong wristed players. Look at it. On a different occasion, that might turn out to have been a shot with a dead bat, but not on this. He leant into it. Just didn't try to hit it too hard. Nicely done. Well maneuvered. And some relief after a lot of pressure being brought on by Tanzim. Nice channel once again. Tanzim completes 4 overs. He's got 3 for 18. 88 for 3.
এভাবেই আপন হয়ে উঠুক সবাই ইসপির আপন করা স্বাদে ইসপি আপন করা স্বাদ
জীবনের সাথে চলে
নিশ্চিত দেখান স্বাস্থ্যকর অল টাইম পান অল টাইম হেলদি লাইফ
বিকাশে কম খরচে ক্যাশ আউটের লিমিট বেড়ে 50,000 প্রিয় এজেন্টও 2টা সেট করা যাবে সুবিধা মতো
A fine comeback from Bangladesh. 20 runs and 3 wickets in the last 30 balls, courtesy of Tanzim Hassan Saqib. 2 new batters at the crease for Sri Lanka, Charit Asalanka and Kusal Mendis. They made a good start though, Sri Lanka, but the way Tanzim Hassan Saqib bowled and the catch of Mushfiqur Rahim as well behind the stumps was also exceptional. Shoaiful Islam replaces Taijul Islam. The hard length that the fast bowlers have been testing the Sri Lankan batters for the past 30 balls or so. Tanzim Hassan Saqib was the man of the match in the previous game that he placed against New Zealand, where they got bundled out for 98 runs. Good stuff from Shoaiful Islam. Good afternoon, Atabhai.
Good afternoon, Mazhar. Good afternoon, all. And it has been a good afternoon, a very good afternoon for Bangladesh, especially Tanzim Hassan Saqib. You mentioned that game where Bangladesh went on to win and create history for the very first time, beating in the Kiwis in New Zealand. His figures were 3 for 14, was the player of the match, played in Napier. Yeah, the more you see him, the more he has shown what he has been capable of. He's been very impressive, Tanzim Hassan Saqib. At one stage, they were 71 without loss. And in the space of 21 deliveries, he has picked up 3 wickets for 13 runs. Incredible. And remember, when both the openers were batting, it looked a solid opening stand. It looked that they were in control. So he came and broke that partnership. And not only broke the opening partnership, he sent that other 2 who came on to bat very, very quickly and cheaply. Brilliant.
Again, brilliantly bowled by Shoaiful Islam. Just missing that outside edge and querying with Mushfiqur Rahim whether to go for DRS or not. But yeah, it's been a very good performance from Shoaiful Islam. Testing the batsman outside the off stump.
Yeah, he's been the pick of the bowler in the last couple of years or so. Have a look at that delivery. Stuck in his crease. And even this is the 15th over. He gets the ball to do a little bit of talking. There's bounce, good carry. Gone past the bat. Oh, lovely delivery.
Again, brilliantly bowled. Shoaiful Islam is actually the leading wicket taker in the power plays alongside Musifizur Rahman in the last 3 years. So he's been successful getting wickets with the new ball, though he didn't pick up a wicket, but he's actually testing the Sri Lankan batters. And Tanzim Hassan Saqib on the other end picked up 3 wickets. The fast bowlers doing the trick for Bangladesh. We spoke about the surface. A brilliant over from Shoaiful Islam. Maiden, Sri Lanka, 88 for 3.
এই ঈদে নতুন জুতা স্টাইলড বাই বাটা।
.88 for 3 after 15 overs. Both the openers got the start for Sri Lanka. Pathum Nissanka and Avishka Fernando are back in the hurt on their 30s. Tanzim Saqib to continue. Again, testing the batters just outside the off stump. He's been a skiddy customer, Tanzim Saqib. Rely on those late swings. Take that outside edge and often surprises the batter with some extra bit of pace as well.
Yeah, just 21 years of age. He was the part of the under-19 World Cup winning squad. Tanzim Hassan Saqib. And he showed the aggression. I think what stands out for me, in my personal opinion, is aggression. He likes to come out. Remember, he made debut against India in the Asia Cup. And he picked up the wicket of Rohit Sharma. And what was quite good to see, if you look at the speeds, he can take the pace of the ball. The quickest has been 140, which is pretty decent. But the slowest one, 129, average 134. He's bowled well, and more importantly, he's hit the right areas.
Rightly mentioned, and it's also important for a fast bowler to know his limitations and strength as well. He's not a tall lad, so he relies on line and length with those late swings as well. So it's important for someone like Tanzim Hassan Saqib to work on his strength, especially in this sort of surfaces, where the batters would get a lot of assistance at times. Again, brilliantly bowled. He's hitting that off-stump corridor pretty often. Kept the batters guessing outside the off-stump whether to go or not.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. And remember, he had to bowl to the left-handers and the right-handers. So once the strike changes, so he needs to change his line and length. That has been the key feature. And he's been consistent. That's why he has been the most successful bowler so far for Bangladesh in this. Again, looking at that line and length, he is hardly giving anything away. To be able to do that, and so early in his career, he's from Sylhet, so he's grown up on pitches which had offered a little bit more. Remember, during even the Bangladesh Premier League, there were quite a lot of grass left on pitches in Sylhet. So he would enjoy bowling there, but then again you come across a surface which does not offer the same. But he doesn't move away from hitting the right line and lengths.
Srilanka will at least get a couple. He does. Another decent over from Tanzim Saqib, just 4 from it. Sri Lanka 92 for 3, and the players will have a drinks.
এক দেশ, এক পরিচয়, একটাই বিশ্বাস, জানি বাংলাদেশ পারবে। তুমিও আবারও বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট টিমের গর্বিত স্পন্সর রবি।
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, catch your line. Let's one expert, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's one expert, whoa, whoa, whoa. We are enjoying the game tonight.
Sri Lanka 92 for 3 after 16. Top 3 batters are back in the hut. Pathum Nissanka 36, dismissed by Tanzim. All the 3 wickets been picked by Tanzim Hassan Saqib. He's been phenomenal with the ball so far. Look at the figures. 22 runs from his 5 overs and picked up 3 wickets. Shariful also bowled well in the previous over. These are the 3 wickets that fell so far, and it's been Tanzim Hassan Saqib's show.
Yeah, that was a touch wider. Went after it. I was on like keep toe end of the bat and go straight on Saqib. Yeah, we talk about line and length, and yes, only single delivery from the short one that he picked up a wicket, but most of the are at the back of the length, which is 84%. That is brilliant. That is a very high percentage of the deliveries bowled in that area, and to be able to do that from a youngster, it's a sight to behold. 5 overs, he's picked up 3 wickets for 22 when Sri Lanka were looking solid at 71 without loss. They unearthed a really good player, and hopefully stays fit and has a long career ahead of us. He's certainly raised a lot of hope for Bangladesh. But you still have to get support from others because they have 7 wickets in hand. They're taking a break at the moment. Drinks are on the field. 2 new batters in the middle. They need to find someone to keep picking up wickets at regular intervals. It's the partnership that can save Sri Lanka. And having said that, they are more than capable of doing that.
Mushfiqur Rahim has been terrific. That catch was outstanding. And the reflexes, the batter tried to play that on the onside, and the immediate reflection with that outside edge going on to his right was outstanding. Been active, speaking with the bowlers, speaking with the captain, giving his instructions.
Yeah, he's keeping everybody on his toes. Yeah, very, very encouraging to see senior campaigner. Well, he's not going to take the gloves, but he has the gloves on, Mehdi Hasan Miraj. There you go. Mushfiqur Rahim is back. Yeah, what a wonderful catch. And he's been doing it for such a long time. 16 or 17 years in the big arena for Mushfiqur Rahim, and is still doing what he does best. Has been outstanding behind the stumps. Has been brilliant with the bat.
Shoriful Islam started off from where he left in the previous over, and good to see a slip deployed for the left arm seamer. The pressure's been mounting to the two batters. Kushal Mendis faced 21 deliveries for his 10 runs. Also the matter of the fact that the Sri Lankan batting order in the recent past has been in very good form. The top two batters, the openers, are back in the hut. The Bangladeshi bowlers will be very happy. Both the batters were in man in form, and also the two here out, Asalanka and Kusal Mendis, also been in very good touch. Asalanka scored a 97 not out against Afghanistan. Shot. Only get a single.
Yeah, Kusal Mendis also had a good time with the bat in the recently concluded T20 International Series. 181, he's the leading run getter. So he would need to change gears now, knowing that, yes, now since they've lost the top three, you need to make sure that it just settles around. Runs will come because still a very long way to go. It's only the 17th over. Doesn't matter about the run rate. What matters to them is not to lose another wicket here. Steady the ship and then runs will come.
Again, the length and the line. Kept guessing. Charit Asalanka. Not an ideal condition for the fast bowler. It's pretty hot out there. The wicket is dry. But the length and line, as you mentioned, Tanzim Hassan Saqib and Shoriful Islam as well, kept persisting, the batters.
Yeah, he's been also impressive, and remember, both were the member of the World Cup winning squad, Tanzim Hassan Saqib and Shoriful Islam. Shoriful Islam has gone from leaps and bounds in terms of what he has done for the national team in all formats of the game. He's been brilliant. And he has been the wicket taker. He likes picking up wickets early on. He hasn't been able to do so this time around so far. But his comeback in his second spell has looked a little bit more threatening.
Fast bowlers are putting their hands up for Nazmul Hossain Shanto. So far, 3 fast bowlers being operated by him. Taijul Islam just bowled 3 overs, conceding 18 runs. They also have got Mehdi Hasan Miraj, but the way these 3 seamers are bowling, you'd love to use them for another few overs. Look to get another wicket. Try to break this partnership. And an outside edge, just falls short of wicketkeeper Mushfiqur Rahim. Another brilliant over, just one from it. Sri Lanka 93 for 3.
জাহাজের মতো শব্দ করছে।
নতুন বাসায় সেই পুরনো আপদ। দেখো, ক্লিক সিলিং ফ্যান, বিভিন্ন মডেলের কত ডিজাইন।
ওয়াও,
এতে আছে ইউনিক ডিজাইনের অ্যালুমিনিয়াম ব্লেড, তাই বাতাস ছড়ায় প্রতিটি কোণায়। কি কোনো সাউন্ড আছে? ডাবল শিল্ডেড বল বেয়ারিং এর জন্য একদম সাউন্ডলেস।
এই ফিচারটা যদি তোমার থাকতো।
ক্লিক ফ্যান, প্রশান্তির হাওয়া ছড়িয়ে যাবে সবখানে।
Bangladesh going with 3 seamers and 2 specialist spinners in the lineup as well. Mahmudullah Riyad can also bowl those off spinners. Liton Das, Nazmul Hossain Shanto, Soumya Shaka, Tawhid Hridoy and Mushfiqur Rahim will have to take the responsibility with the bat, but at the moment Tanzim Hassan Saqib will be looking to pick another wicket. Bowled brilliantly so far in this game. Picked up 3 wickets. And asked the questions to the Sri Lankan batters.
They've gone in with four bowlers so far, but they have the fifth bowler. And he's been among the wickets, Mediasan Miraj. He has 102 wickets. It's not a bad idea to throw the ball up to him because there is a left-hander. With the pad, so easy pickings down the leg side. It's important for Nazmul Shanto. When does he introduce someone like Mediasan Miraj? There is a left-hander in the middle. Maybe another over from him because this is his sixth over. That's him. You don't see him getting warming up. We'll have to wait and see.
Again, that length and that line. Kusal Mendes stopped himself at the very last moment. There's a gully in place as well. The plan deployed against Kusal Mendes to ask him to play that shot, and he just stopped himself at the last moment.
It's a lovely delivery. It just shapes away just enough that puts a doubt in the batter's mind, Kusal Mendes' mind, and just pulling away at the last moment.
Kusal Mendes taking his time. He's faced 25 deliveries for his 12. Trying to build up a partnership. They lost 3 wickets. 2 new batters were at the crease. Yes, both they were in man in form, but still the Bangladeshi bowlers kept things tight.
Yeah, I think the challenge for them is to see off Tanzim Hassan Saqib. They don't want to take any chance whatsoever because he's the one who's picked up wickets. All 3 wickets to his name. And this is his 6th over. 6th on the trot. Remember, these are hot and humid conditions. So how long does he go on for? Maybe another over. That's the reason why I feel perhaps it's time for the introduction of Mediasan Miraj.
An effort delivery from Tanzim Hassan Saqib, a brilliant one, just 2 from it. Sri Lanka 95 for 3 after 18.
শেভিং টেকনোলজি ও এক্সট্রা ময়েশ্চার সমৃদ্ধ কুল শেভিং ফোম দেয় স্মুথ শেভ আর পারফেক্ট স্কিন। তাই এখন থেকে শুধুমাত্র কুল, নাথিং এলস।
এই ঈদে দেশ জুড়ে কেনাকাটার ফুর্তি হবে শুধু বিকাশে,
সাথে ডিসকাউন্ট কুপন, ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক।
মা, এভাবে তো প্রতিদিন কথা হবেই।
কানেক্টেড থাকুন বাঙালির ফাস্টেস্ট 4G-তে 99 টাকায় 2 GB।
After 18, Sri Lanka. Tanzim picking up all those 3 wickets for Bangladesh. Seems like there's a change in bowling. Taskin Ahmed bowled 3 overs, gave away 21 runs. Will replace Shoiful Islam from Rocket End. There's still no sign of a spinner, Atharbhai.
I think if you look back the last 5 overs or so, they've only managed to score 11 runs. They lost 1 wicket if we take this delivery out, the last 5 overs. And in those 5 overs, there were seamers in the attack. So maybe one of the reasons why he's kept persisting with seamers, that he believes that they can make another inroad here. That's exactly what Nazmul Shanto will be hoping for.
That's a great strike.
Oozing with confidence, Janit Lienege, enjoying every moment of it. He's had to wait a while, go lots of first-class runs and earned his spot. This is only his 5th innings. 2 half centuries, and it's been all positive knocks under pressure. That 95 he scored was when Sri Lanka were in trouble against Zimbabwe, chasing a lowish score, but he held it together and got Sri Lanka over the line.
Maybe that is the approach Sri Lanka need instead of going into their shells, trying to play from some free-flowing shots. The mid-on has gone on to long on now. Well, it's quite refreshing, his attitude. It's a brave shot in a situation like this.
A great option, really. Mid-on in the circle, he uses his feet. The intent there. Not a lazy poke. Now even that push down the ground, good stride in.
So Mendes just pushes it away and ambles the single to finish over number 27. It's 140 for 4.
এক দেশ, এক পরিচয়, একটাই বিশ্বাস, জানি বাংলাদেশ পারবে। তুমিও আবারও বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট টিমের গর্বিত স্পন্সর রবি।
Let's run Xmas, pump it up. Let's run Xmas, play your drum. Let's run Xmas, yes it's right. We are gonna win tonight. Let's run Xmas, whoa. Let's run Xmas, whoa. We are gonna win tonight.
Corner, Russell. Tapestry of paddy fields.
That's the only place I could hit the ball to. Down on one knee to cow corner.
And that's another look around, rustic surrounds to the Zahur Chowdhury Cricket Stadium here in Chattogram.
Ball. Excellent ball.
Yeah, slot sweep, shot you favoured. That's all you could play. Oh, that's good. The bowlers knew your weaknesses, Russell. Period of play where Sri Lanka will try and get at least the rotation of the strike going. It's imperative. Cannot afford to get bogged down. Cannot afford the bowlers to take the ascendancy and put them under further pressure.
28 years ago on this day was a special day. Not too far from here, Shamim. Sri Lanka playing India in the World Cup semi-final in Kolkata, just 500 kilometers from Chattogram. They managed to beat India, get to that World Cup final where Sri Lanka still relish, where there was a change in the mindset, approach to the game, a new beginning, if you may like, going on to win the World Cup. Sanat Jayasuriya is here, who is player of the series. Tight one. Good early call from Denege. Sent Mendes back. 142 for 4.
বিকাশে কম খরচে ক্যাশ আউটের লিমিট বেড়ে 50,000। প্রিয় এজেন্টও 2টা। সেট করা যাবে সুবিধা মতো।
মাটির 1250 ফিট পর্যন্ত গিয়েও হাসি মুখে চাপ মেনে নেয় আরএফএল ইউপিভিসি গ্লাস পাইপ। পাইপের বস, না কিনলে লস।
খেলাটা তো ইজি না, খেললে এটা বাজে বল খেলবে। এই তারা
Sri Lanka 142 for 4 after 28. It's been a quiet phase for them so far. With a flying start by the openers. Since then, courtesy of Tanzim Hassan Saqib picking up 3 quick wickets. Dented the processing for the Sri Lankan batting lineup. Riyanage showing his intentions. With a good inclusion in the Sri Lankan side. Scored a good 50 against Afghanistan in the previous series. Looks to be a busy customer for Viz Maruf.
I waited for his opportunity for a long time, Chanitrinage. Played a lot of first-class cricket, decent record since the World Cup. Since Angelo Matthews has been moved on in the ODI side. Chanitrinage getting a look in, and most importantly, he bowls a bit of seam-up deliveries as well. Underlies if there is enough movement for the fast bowlers, he will get a go in as well. It's just a matter of getting his opportunity and grabbing with both hands. And got to live the moment. Play the occasions right, play the system right. Inside edge, 2 runs for Kusal Mendis. These are the opportunities he's been waiting for all his life. And now, try and make it big. That's very important.
One mistake,
Making those opportunities count. Important for someone like Lianage. Kusal Mendis looking good, 39 of 56, worked really hard. He also loves playing against Bangladesh. Scored his maiden ODI 100 against Bangladesh back in 2017.
Coming lights. Bowling.
Tight over from Taijul, just 4 from it. Sri Lanka 146 for 5. 4, beg your pardon.
এভাবেই আপন হয়ে উঠুক সবাই ইসপির আপন করা স্বাদে। ইসপি আপন করা স্বাদ।
বাসায়
তোমাকে ছাড়া ইফতার করব।
আমাকে ছাড়া নাকি এই হালিম ছাড়া?
সবচেয়ে সুস্বাদু হালিম রাঁধুনি হালিম।
Losing wickets at regular intervals has been the issue so far in this innings for Sri Lanka. The start was brilliant, but since then they lost wickets at very crucial intervals. Medias and Miraj to continue. Hasn't got a lot of turn, but he held his line really well and asked the questions to the batters.
You can hear from the stump mic the way Mushfiqur Rahim has been quite busy chirping around. Before the last delivery was ball, it was quite clear something is going to come around. And in the previous over, now coming down the track, adjusting himself, Mehdi Hassan Miraz, keeping it short. Mushfiqur Rahim mentioning it, one mistake away. This is what you want as a wicket keeper. Not letting the batsman settle in. Keep chirping away. And Mushfiqur Rahim has done this over the years. He's been in the system for a long time. He knows the trick.
And as a batter, it also plays on the back of your mind when someone is talking behind you. It sort of irritates you at times.
Tell you one cricketer who I hated while batting was the wicket keeper. This is good running. Very good running by Kusal Mendis. That was Khalid Mashood Pilot. He never keeps quiet. Played a lot of cricket against Bangladesh in my time. This is a replay of the last delivery, running with the stroke, Kusal Mendis. And Pilot is always in your ears. Possibly sometimes he sings songs as well. So as a batter, you just want to concentrate, but the wicketkeeper doesn't love you to. Janit Vinage relatively new to international cricket, making sure he's not been settled in the middle.
Coming lights.
That couple also brings up 150 for Sri Lanka.
Bowling, excellent dot.
Still searching for those boundaries, not getting those. 5 from the over, Sri Lanka 151 for 4.
এই ঈদে নতুন জুতা স্টাইলড বাই বাটা।
এখন চরম সব বিভেদ ভুলে একসাথে মিলিয়ে আজ একটা দিলে অলওয়েজ কোকা-কোলা।
The current run rate will take them to 251, but I'm pretty sure they must be eyeing somewhere near 290 to 300 from here on, and maybe more, you never know. But at the moment, things are not looking so comfortable for the two batters out there. Kusal Mendis on 42 of 60 deliveries. Lianage trying to use his feet on 13 of 17 deliveries. The partnership has gone to 23 of 29. But the boundary
One mistake here, boys. One mistake here, boys.
scored
2-3 overs here, lads.
21 balls back. So they're still searching for that boundary. Taijul to continue. Just going back to Taijul Islam, it's very good to see him coming back to the limited over format for Bangladesh. He's established himself as one of the leading wicket takers in Test format. He's also the second highest wicket taker for Bangladesh in Test. Interestingly, he made his ODI first cow corner for a 6.
Jonathan Agay showing his class and his power. Wasn't that shot by Taijul Islam short enough? Rock back and go over mid-wicket. Jonathan Agay got the right mentality against Mendias and Miraz. He was trying to use his feet against Taijul Islam. He's waiting for something which is in his eye line to come down the track. Even it's not, he's picking up the length really fast and playing the cross-batted strokes. He has been impressive ever since he made his debut. That got to be said.
And plays that late. Good work. Short third man by Tanzim Saqib. But he won't stop that couple. Yeah, the initial foot movement of Lianage trying to come forward shows his mentality and intent as a batter.
Yeah, the trigger movement, most of the Sri Lankan batters do that for the spinners. The initial movement with the front foot threatening to come down the track, and when it's short, they rock back to the batters. And to be fair, I think most of the players around the world have seen that technique being taken forward. With Janit Trinlagi, as I said, played so many games in first class cricket, performed really well, waited for his opportunity. When he got it, so far grabbed his opportunity with both hands. Just a single towards long off.
10 runs of the over. Sri Lanka 161 for 4 after 31 overs. And